Hello. Jesus. Why is it when I start talking, I start coughing? It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm tired. I had... Oh... 3 hours of sleep, baby. I don't know, I guess I could look at my Fitbit, it would tell me. But I worked last night. And I usually do 9-hour shifts, which isn't bad at all. But I got home and John was like, "We have to go to the DMV. We gotta go. I gotta get my shit done." So I was like, okay. So we went to the DMV and we waited there for... We had to wait outside too, but we had to wait for 2.5 hours. So I didn't even get home until, what was it? 12? Almost? And then, oh, it's just this big wreck. Everything's just a big mess. They wouldn't give me my new license because apparently...
All the good boys joined the army.
What the fuck am I? I'm going the wrong way. I already... Don't fucking look at Benjamin. But, I got married a long time ago. And took his last name. And then we got divorced. The fuck am I going? No matter where I go, I'm always going the wrong goddamn direction. So I gotta go left a little bit. And here, oh thank God. And then I got married again. I got married to John 4 years ago, I believe. I could be wrong, it could be 5. I don't remember. But, anyway. They were like, well, your name on your birth certificate doesn't match the name on your driver's license. And I said, no. And they were like, the name on your driver's license for Virginia doesn't match the one, your social security card. And I was like, no, I got married. And then they were like, oh, well, we gotta have proof. And I was like, okay. Oh, shit. I don't remember how to play. What the fuck? Anyway. I was like, oh, well, my social security card got my new name on it because I got married. I just haven't changed it on my license yet. And they were like, oh, well, even though your social says it, that doesn't mean, like, we have to have your marriage license. I'm like, okay, no big deal, whatever. And they're like, but we also need your divorce decree and your other marriage license because we have to see how your maiden name went to this name, went to that name. I'm like, ugh. Like, I get it, it's not their fault, it's the whole fucking system. Like, it all should be connected. Like, if I get my social security card done, that just should be easy to change, but it's not, and it sucks. So I waited there all that time to have nothing happen. Garrett was really good though. He's 3. And he was good the whole time. Ooh, man. God. I feel so bad. Oh, what the fuck? God, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking... Oh my... Y'all? This boss is gonna be the fucking death of me. I'm so over it. Sorry. I'm so mad. Oh, and on top of the shitstorm of the day, which, I mean, it wasn't really that bad. I'm just really tired. I have to work an 18-hour shift starting tomorrow night at 11:30. So, all of Sunday. Ugh. I mean, the exclamation point is gone, so there's that, I guess. I didn't get anything from her. I probably have to go back. It's not that way. There's that lady. Why is it so hard for me to find this place?
Gangs are ruining this place.
What the fuck? This is it, right? I feel like there had to be something else, and I missed it now because I got exploded on.
It's locked, all right.
And of course I can't go back. and try to like... Oh, I can open it now. I couldn't open it before for whatever fucking reason. Oh, come on. Oh, you come on. Now wait. Oh fuck. Let's not. Please suck your blood. It makes me sad because he probably said something when he killed her. I'll have to look it up. Oh, there's two over there. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to just kill him. Ah. Got him. It freaks me out, but like, I'm glad they make a lot of noise.
It's locked, all right.
So I can't get in there. Oh, I can't believe I killed her and she exploded and I died. That sucks ass. Hello, Avilis. Avilis. I don't know. Hi, how are you doing? You missed my rant earlier about life. I'm playing on normal. I'm pretty bad at video games. I usually play games on easy, but then I get made fun of, so I just went ahead and did normal. It's not too bad. Oh, really? On hard, huh? God. I can't fucking imagine. I feel like this shit's hard enough already. Hey, there's that lady already.
Fails you. This elixir will give you faith again. The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
You can friend me at it if you want. You'd probably see my name, I don't know.
It's locked.
What do you mean it's locked? I've already been in there. Hold on, let me look. Because I have it set to so I just see my real name. Let me see what my tag is. If it would work. Okay, it's XXSHIPANDAXX. Leftover from my weird emo days, I guess. It's XX She Panda XX. I don't have a ton of friends on PS4 either. Pretty sure I've been in this before. Oh, there it is, friend request. Woohoo! We're friends! Look, I got the treatment for headache. Recipe unknown, though. I wonder how I learn it. Oh my gosh, hi Leannie. Sorry, I mean Rain. Whoever you are, person. I just read your haiku during this loading screen. People are so rude, man. Woo. Jump. Okay, where am I going? See, I have never played Overwatch ever in my life. I'm not a shooter person, really. Maybe sometimes, but not normally. Yeah, usually I find it's pretty good to not respond. Mostly because I Like, I get really mad if I argue with somebody. But it's good.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you?
I'm sure, like, anything online I feel like can be pretty toxic. But I'm glad that you have friends that had your back.
Do you have any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears those who dare to get health care from that bitch are never seen again. Something fishy going on there, for sure.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Man, I screwed that lady over. I didn't mean to. Why do I always talk to this guy when he's peeing?
What do you want this time?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I saw her wandering the streets. Yesterday, I think. She didn't recognize me. People say she's lost it. It's a sad story.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Yeah. Ugh, trolls. I hate that that's even a thing. Like, trolls, really. He is a cold Cadigan. Oh, he's the guy I just saved. I haven't gone to sleep yet. That guy has a headache.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
What up, Harry?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Oops.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad, then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How
This
was
kid
he
is so
towards you?
He
depressing.
was nice, I
I
guess.
feel bad for him.
He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Have you any recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Nobody dares to enter the dispensary now. Rumours say the nurse has gone mad.
It's
Goodbye,
okay, I
young man.
murdered her.
Take care of yourself.
I felt really bad about it, if that helps.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Tobias.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Oh my god, you guys. My husband started playing this yesterday. And he was like running around really fast, right? Like, and so I messaged him. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Are you sprinting? And he said, yeah. And I was like, holy shit, you can do that? And he said, it tells you right at the beginning. And I was like, well, whoops.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
And then it happened the same thing today. He was playing Roundabout, and he was like zooming really fast. And I was like, shit, how are you doing that? And he's like, dude, it tells you right at the beginning. What are you, Aaron Hansen? I was like, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You sent
Yeah,
him on some
tutorials.
preaching crusade during the epidemic.
Tutorials are for
As a true
chumps.
believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
I just jump right into games.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But
Yeah,
what
how
do I
dare
know?
you? What do I
Blinded by
know?
science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you?
My big ol' hook
Answers about
nose.
the Armageddon about
He has
to
a nose
strike
just
the
like
city.
mine.
Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
If you propagate the devil's work, you'll perish by the devil's work.
Okay.
Such is the law of the Lord.
I have had
Whatever the
enough
fuck
for
that means. Peterson, Barrett. There's Christina Popa.
You look so...
Good evening, Kristen.
Change your mind?
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time. Until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you
With
talking
empathy.
from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
What do you know about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
2 girls I know went to the dispensary yesterday. Nobody has seen them since. I worry about them, in case bad things happen.
I feel so bad.
Goodbye,
I'm
miss.
sorry.
Take care of yourself as best you can.
It's my fault.
Something going on. I don't know what. Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears the dispensary is now a major source of contagion in Whitechapel. Someone should do something about it, but no one cares.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Yeah, don't go in there,
Farewell.
buddy. I kill everything in there, but they always come back. What the fuck is that sound? Okay, there's Camilla.
Hello again.
Sorry, Camilla.
I know you
Oops,
understand.
I didn't mean to do that.
Very well. Good evening, Mr.
Hello,
Nichols.
Richard.
And good
you
evening.
Freaking weirdo. Nothing.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not at all, sir.
Nah, you didn't know anything the
I'll
first
leave
time
you
either.
alone, sir.
Is that everybody? Did I talk to everybody? Doot 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 doot. Yeah, okay. Then we're missing a couple people. I'm not sure. That guy I just saved. Okay. I need to go help that one guy's headache, though. Which I believe... Can Can I get rid of this? There we go. He's in the hospital. So I'm gonna come back all the way through and... How do you sprint? My husband says you can sprint. Oh, that's not sprinting. How the fuck? I don't know how to sprint, you guys. You said you can. Maybe I have to leave. Oh, was this not unlocked before? Where am I? Okay, no, this is right. Oop. Thanks. Thanks, Rain. I'll try to get some more of yours, but you always stream when I'm not around. Try to get some rest. I'm sure you're tired. It's probably late. Okay, so it's the same as me. It's about 2 in the morning. Yep, I'll probably only be here another, like, hour. Okay, if you hold circle, you go fast. Look at me. Oh my god, I'm so fast. I saw a trash can. Fuck yeah. Grease. Where am I? Not where I want to be. None of this is where I want to be. Trash. God, that sound is so creepy. Oh, I'm going the wrong fucking way again. God damn it. I don't know why I'm so bad at navigating this.
Is this supposed to be an
Hey, buddy.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted.
Nope, I am not.
It is true.
I am a vampire.
You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Yee. He's still not talking
Goodbye,
to me. That's
Mr.
okay.
Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Please, I feel sick. Get over it now.
I thought he actually felt sick, but he's healthy.
And more determination.
I know I can count.
God, so fast. Oh, now I'm tired, I guess. So I can't analyze it to figure it out. still mad I recycled my own watch. Ah! Ooh, get out of my way. Alright. So, I'm up here. So we go around the hospital in that way. Around the hospital. Right? Yes, okay. And then straight here. Oops. Oh god, it just says reach the cemetery. I'm probably about to get my fucking ass kicked. Okay, he's 14 just like me. This guy's level 16. I should have fucking... Where is he? Oh, he's all the way over there. Come on, buddy. Give me the blood I just used. There's a purse. I feel like these fucking signs, they're just everywhere and they don't ever stop, like, flashing. That's the one thing that really annoys me. Like, I wish I could read a sign once and then be like, yep, okay. Super interesting. I wonder why these are here. Well, that reaches into there, apparently. But that's not where I need to go. Not yet, anyway. Oh god, watch me cross this bridge and get freaking ambushed. like you. Man, why's it gotta be so hard to get to the cemetery? Come on, y'all. I just want to visit my dead sister that I murdered. I mean, it was an accident. Fuck you, buddy.
There's one of them vermin.
Huh. Interesting. Fox.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
I don't think they should be having a funeral in here if there are skulls. God, there's a bunch of them.
What do you want? Somebody help!
No, I hit dodge. How dare you?
Somebody help!
I like that, like, they probably see me eating these fucking people. These skulls, I'm sucking their blood, and they're like, okay, it's okay. Hello, widow. In distress.
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about
Not for
them,
now,
sir.
'cause I'll
I'm
fucking
Dr.
kill
Jonathan
them.
Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoshun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed.
Xiaoshun.
I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Alright, well, be careful, lady. Jesus Christ.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
I thought I saw something that I could pick up, but...
It's locked.
This place freaks me out. God, they're everywhere.
As I feared. Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
Nom, 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 nom. Father Whitaker, so righteous, so full of compassion and love for the suffering ones. His words are all the city needs. Tonight I gave him all I have, my strength, my faith, my wealth. And if it is not enough, I know where to find more. Father Whitaker and I went to an abandoned house near St. Mary's Church. It was an awful and smelly place. Rats were disputing... Sorry, it's really tiny text. Disputing the rooms to the last remaining residents of the decrepit flats. Most of them are sick. Awful, awful odors. On the last floor, Father Whitaker found an old man lying on a dirty mattress, coughing and spitting blood into a wooden bowl. Father Whitaker knelt before him and prayed for a long time. The man seemed to feel better. Then we both helped him find the light. I cried then, and I cry now as I write these lines, for I've never seen a soul so relieved to be finally redeemed. Father Whitaker is a saint, if it's not presumptuous nor a sinful expression of pride. I wish I'll be able to save as many souls as he does, for it's a real privilege to witness such miracles. Tonight we both went to the whorehouses bordering the canal. I must admit I was very afraid to cross the path of Jezebels, but the buildings were abandoned for a long time. Whores and infections go together, explained Father Whitaker, but their customers quickly get scared when there is a mention of disease. In the last brothel we found 2 sick women sleeping together in a sinful attitude under dirty blankets. The odor was awful. He's always about the smells. The odor was awful once more. The smell of Satan and of the disease, explained Father Whitaker, before kneeling and praying for these 2 lost souls. The women were so frail and sick they were not able to move when I threw the petrol on the blankets. Oh my God, their souls are now cleansed and purified. Father Whitaker is a saint. I won't let anyone mock the holy man he is. He shall receive more help and support. But, as all the true prophets, he is alone. He needs more from his followers. He needs love and proof of love. Tomorrow I shall go back to the cemetery and unearth more wealth for him. The dead have no need of their terrestrial goods, but we need to eat. Father Whitaker and I. Tonight, for the first time, it was my turn to lead the round. I chose to return where we went 10 days ago to see if any more souls needed to be freed. Father Whitaker approved my choice, since the good man's work is never finished, and Satan never sleeps, he explained. He also said, if I keep showing so much zeal, he may soon give me more important missions and tasks. I can't wait. 3 more souls have been cleansed from any corruption. Tonight, if it's not presumptuous nor a sinful expression of pride, I dare to say we are one a path to greatest. Okay, they're crazy. Okay. So it is this way. I hate the blinkers. Oh, why did I do that? That was stupid. this area is real scary. All these symbols in Erithicalcum. Ah! Sorry, I play with the thing on a lot because I get really tense and anxious when I can't see where the hell I'm going. Or like what's around me. I know, you're supposed to be like anxious, it's the point, but I'm anxious every day of my life. I don't need all this. Man, I'm all for a Vampyr show. That'd be awesome.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life.
How the fuck did they get in here?
He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth.
Oh, is that my mom?
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Why do they look really weird?
Avery.
Their character models are weird.
I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Mama!
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What are you doing here?
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
I'm learning. Every night is a new lesson. What I am, what I must do to survive. But my sister, She shouldn't have suffered because of my weakness.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones.
I barely even know you.
Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the
Look at my fucking face. Jesus
My lady
Christ.
wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
They didn't even fill the hole in. Okay, where's the church? An exclamation point. Ah. Oh, that was just up there. But I can probably go through here. Okay.
It's locked, all right.
Really? Why is that locked? God, they sound so creepy. New hideout. Woohoo! Xiao Shin. I'm sorry, Dorothy. I didn't mean to. So I'm missing whoever was with her. And then like people from here. Who are you?
No civilians allowed, sir. Stop now! It's one of them!
Yeah.
Monster!
Ugh. Fuck you, buddy. Guess there's a dude over there. That I've got to try to get to.
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour.
Yeah, but there are
I'm a
people
doctor
eating people right
inquiring about
outside
the
of your front
epidemic.
door.
May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Who the fuck are you and why do you live here? What the fuck? Mason Swanborough. Okay, so he lives all the way out here in bumfuck nowhere. I'm gonna put a marker, cause there we go. I know I can only have 2 on the map at a time, but yeah, no shit, they're literally eating right there. You don't fucking know me. You don't fucking know me. Jesus Christ.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to
Who the
lick
fuck are you?
from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion.
Oh my fucking
Shed your skin.
legs.
Forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Who are you? What is wrong with you?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them.
Oh my god,
I
he's
shall
fucking
return as
huge.
your judge and jury.
Oh, he's huge. Excuse me.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Reverend Henry Kane can mind his own damn business. Oops. How do I zoom in? Yeah, I'm gonna attack him.
God, back to the shadow!
Don't you use that shit on me, please.
Stop that!
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
No shit. Fucking what's his face did that. Swansea did that to you at the very beginning. And then you're like, I'm a vampire? What? That was him. That's exactly what he did.
I'd head back if I were you, sir.
Okay.
Reliably! It's up to us!
Am I? Yeah, your friend is fucking... Grenade? Grenade? Can I just say, what the fuck? Grenade? I want to see what's over here. Bad guys. Father Whitaker, you're fucking crazy.
You.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Okay. I found your disciple.
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
It's sad. Even though he's a fucking asshole. Like, it's still like, dang. He had someone that cared about him.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood. Sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
That's enough, goodbye. Like the fucking...
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
Okay.
Your disciple, Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery.
Like, I don't do
I have
that.
proof of his crime and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
A crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
Why is that one still
Why?
lit up?
I sent him.
You sent a man to die because of a stupid vision. I have heard enough of your nonsense. Goodbye. Good evening.
His father would.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burnt those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite the flesh of the unclean to protect the righteous.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself. The proliferating sick.
I mean, he has a point. Like, obviously don't kill living people, but like burn the bodies. Don't bury them because it gets in the water and all that shit. At least I think.
You're not the savior of London. You're just a glorified savior.
If he's burning the
I
skulls,
take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed.
then he's actually helping.
I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
Would you
also
quite a judge?
Well, you are.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes.
Okay.
No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire. Also,
quite a...
Well, you...
Well,
as a doctor...
What do you mean?
The beast.
I have...
Oh, he just says goodbye. Okay.
His father.
I just hate having things that are lit up.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad. And dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Is that it? Okay. I got everything for him.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Alright, and then I'll come back here.
Would you like me to...
Zoomies. I didn't think there was anybody here. I thought they were still gone.
Sir? Are you deaf?
Yeah.
It's one of them!
God, fucking, I'm stuck in the middle. The fuck? Where is he? Oh. gross. See, why were they down there killing things? Like, why aren't they doing something that's actually helpful? Oh, fuck you. Yo, what's up, everybody?
Over there. There's one of those.
Where am I? Okay, no, I'm here. I'm good.
Remember your vows, friends.
I'm gonna fucking kill your ass. Ow, ow. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, God, no. Why do y'all have so much fucking stamina? Gee whiz.
Over there. There's one of them birds.
Am I going left? Yeah, okay, I'm going that way. Yeah, alright. It's my home. There's probably nothing in here.
It's locked, all right.
Everything's gonna be locked. Ooh.
It's locked.
Why?
It's locked, all right.
Just let me steal your stuff, please. What do you want, Swansea? Oh, he's not even in here. Oh, there he is. Never mind. I'm just fucking blind.
My poor Jonathan. How are you feeling?
I'm not certain. I've adjusted to my new condition. I'm at ease, but Mary's funeral. It's brought too many feelings to the surface.
If you need a friend, you know that I'm here for you.
Have you ever lost a family member to a vampire?
By the sacred stole, no. It would tear me apart.
Thanks.
A close friend, then?
No, and I pray that will never be the case. It would be a difficult burden to bear.
I'm sorry, but doesn't it worry you?
Oh, Jonathan, please, you're being morbid. Doubt and
He
fear will
sounds so
cripple you if you
whiny.
let it. These are dark enough times already. You must stay strong.
You're being morbid.
Edgar, do you believe in redemption?
You mean forgiveness? Redemption? Yes, Jonathan. Without a doubt. All crimes, no matter their gravity, can be redeemed.
I must kill in order to live.
As a physician, we often have to make decisions that may result in life or death for one of our patients. These people trust us. It's a heavy burden, but one we have to make.
And if we are guilty?
Jonathan, if I may, whatever happened to your sister Mary, I'm sure you did not wish to kill her. Or if you had the chance, events would unfold quite differently.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to kill her.
Thank you for your kind words, Edgar. We will talk again soon.
I need to rest to evolve, but I don't want to rest because bad shit always happens.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
Good evening, Mr.
But in
Goswick.
the circumstances, I'm willing to bend the doubt.
Your medical report says you're not affected by the Spanish flu. What do you think of that, Mortimer?
Does it make me happy? Not in the slightest. If it was up to me, I would have left this place long ago. I know I don't belong here.
And why do you think you don't belong here?
I know the staff have more important things to do than look after me. There's plenty of patients here who need their attention.
But in the circumstances,
How painful is your throat, Mr.
So painful.
At least it's not lit up now.
I have to go now, sir.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doc.
Shit.
I've read your son's medical report, Beatrice. It's not the flu or anything
What's up
life
with her hair?
What has you so worried?
He was at death's door when he was brought here. I just want him to be better as soon as possible.
He's not out of the woods yet, you know. He might need to stay here longer than expected.
Take care of him then, Dr. Reed. People here only seem to focus on contagious patients. I worry my poor Mortimer will be neglected.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Who do I have left to find things out about? I got them. I need Harvey. Aykroyd. I fucked his up. Obviously middle. Swansea. I missed one of Newton's. I missed one of Oswald's too. Shit.
Don't waste your time with me.
We may lack the resources, but we have
Alright, I'm gonna put my dude to sleep here and see what happens. Let me check here. I wish I could get that fucking water. I could do better than just a little bit more. Say the capacity, I got the capacity. It's my health, yeah. I'll increase my health again. Okay, it's 3. This place is sanitized. Amazing. It's gone up to healthy. Oh god. It's because I fucking killed her off. Fatigue. 2 fatigue. 3 fatigue. I don't have that. 2 colds. 3 fatigue. Shit. I have 2, so I'll make 1 more. I have 3 cold medicines. Shit. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Anything here? Oops. Could talk to that lady, I guess. Is it that way? No. What the fuck? Come on, buddy. Yeah, I know it's critical. Oh, sorry. Oh, fuck. You don't even have fire. You fucking not, please. Why would I convince her to go back to Whitechapel? Everyone's sick there because I fucking killed off somebody. God, I'm so freaking angry. Yeah, I didn't think it would have the effect that it did.
Die, leech! Not a safe place right now, sir. A leech!
Oh, God.
Oh, Christ!
I'm curious what the fuck they thought was gonna happen. Like, I'm a leech, but I'm a big bad leech. Where the fuck am I even going? God damn it. You know, if he would stop hitting me, that'd be great. What even is this guy? Fucking hell. Whoops, that's not where I wanted to go. Lady, it's not fucking safe here.
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiaoshun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
I've seen many deaths in my life, and we all grieve in our own way. Some stay silent, or need to shout. Others need company, and some just can't stand it.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshu.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
It's really sad.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease
could.
I have
You
sworn
could say
to
that.
fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually, you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
Because it's full of
But you're not dead.
skulls.
There is a difference between visiting the dead and staying with them.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
It's because I killed her.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshu. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Matthew. The world has gone completely mad.
And Mesmer's isn't high enough to get into that dude's house. How'd you make one mistake? Whole fucking city loses its mind. I can't talk, I'm too tired. Trash.
Mine! I'll take it.
He's a leech. Alright, who's sick? Joe. Barrett. Tobias. Cadigan is somewhere, I don't know where. And Richard Nethercroft.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too.
You don't have anything to say, I don't think. Nope.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise.
I understand.
The nutrition of my mind.
I'll leave you.
I wonder where Cadigan is. Cadigan Bates. Clayton Darby's healthy. Good.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's far.
Don't you fear?
Faith gives me.
No doubt.
Blessed be you.
I have had enough.
Be your generosity.
I'd prefer not to give you another beating. You again?
Can I offer you my medical aid?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Goodbye.
Don't be afraid.
Fancy buck.
You never... Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
Goodbye for now.
Sir, who else is it? Cadigan? Yeah. And then I can't get to that guy. I can't get him anything because I don't fucking know where his shit is. Where's Cadigan though? There he is.
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? what an opportunity. My name's Bates, Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say a live tenant's a paying tenant.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
Not really, though.
What is your business, exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no, then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, saved lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swambra's shit.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. Made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limit.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts. Not like those bloody savages.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not really.
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be useful for a man of science.
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more. Speak now.
Heard it closed after the owners died. Refugees don't want to come to Whitechapel no more. Scared, I hear.
You sound disappointed.
As long as she was there at the dispensary, it attracted more immigrants and kept my place full. Such a shame.
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last
You're such an
thing
asshole.
in people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
Do I have everything? I do. Those people are gonna
Goodbye, Mr.
die. Oh my god, because I don't know how to get any more fucking thingies. Medicines.
You're late. Where's my money?
Who the fuck is he bothering? Nobody lives there.
There's something going on in this district. I don't know what.
Yeah, you think? Still can't believe I killed that lady. Fuck.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
God, they were not very good with like the whole mouths and face thing.
May I help you,
This
child?
game.
You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
Yeah, well.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Oh god, I'm gonna
Open
kill him,
your
aren't
heart,
I?
my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She has been laid to rest. That's all you need to know.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten.
I
if
heard
your
a weird
words are
noise. I don't know
sincere.
where that came from.
Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Yep, I'm very peaceful now. Oh, it's loading. Okay.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
I mean, it was nice, though, right? Like, he was nice to you. That's important. What up, Mr. Clayton Darby? I fucking killed this district. I didn't mean to, but I did. Downstairs, Jessica's. There's skulls in there, but nothing else. Hey, I met your husband.
Good evening.
Goodbye,
Okay, or
Miss
not.
Swan. I cannot enter.
So I cannot get through. Maybe from up here.
When science fails you,
Turn around, sir.
No. I've never come this way before. There's T-pose, man. I mean, I've come this way. I haven't killed anybody over here.
We have to stop it! He's done for!
It's locked, all right.
Okay, so I can't get in there. I can't get in there. I don't know if I've tried over here. I've tried this way, but I couldn't get through. I'm guessing it is completely closed off. If I had to make a wild fucking assumption. Which is, you know, fine, whatever. It's just a pain in the ass and you have to, you know,
Who distribute flowers?
run everywhere. There's not actually a way through here. It's in front of the fucking door. Goddamn annoying.
when science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
I'm sorry, Benjamin.
Good evening, Benjamin.
I'm afraid...
You don't seem well.
I always feel ill, sir. It's like...
I want the treatment.
I will see you later. A gun, alcohol.
I want to help him. And he's an asshole, but I still want to help him. Is it that way?
worst of the shit in the gutter, old man.
So I'll come up and then I'll go around and see if I can see where I can go. Oh fuck.
Christies, have no fear, brothers! Fear no evil!
Oh, fuck you, fuck you.
Filthy piece of shit!
I wanna bite you. Okay, let's see. So I can turn right. Doesn't look like I can get through there though.
It's locked.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! It's an inch!
I really don't want to fucking fight y'all right now. I just don't feel like it. I don't want to loading screen.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth.
Creepy.
I remember you.
What the
Fear
fuck?
be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature.
He looks a little bit mad.
What are you?
Usually his face isn't that great.
I am the land.
None of their faces, not just
Are
him.
our champion.
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital.
Okay, how
My
does he
mission is to
look at
heal
me and know
while
and
you go
everybody
about
else doesn't?
warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman,
McCallum, not a doctor.
Let me hold
Return
this
to your
skull
hut.
so
Remember,
he thinks
I've
I'm
a good
super
nose for
smart.
machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the guard.
Can I kill you right now?
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Look at me, I'm all fucked up.
By the sacred stone, this
All
is
those
very
veins
bad
under my
news.
skin.
Bad news indeed.
What, Swansea?
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at
I
least
just
one dead,
sanitized this
several
place.
missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned the dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse
God.
is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
No.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Oh man. I mean, these people, it says they're okay. Does he just disappear? Oh.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
What on earth happened here?
God. She was a right bitch, but
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
yeesh.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
So apparently I can talk to everybody. Let's see.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood. Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
I'll leave you.
What a weirdo.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
I'm sure you are, Waverly.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reed. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
That has, like, nothing to do with what happened, though.
Thank you for your time.
I like that they're, like, covered in blankets with blood all over them. Strickland.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Doc.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault?
Thanks.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Who is spreading these truths?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I will not let you down, my boy.
You can get out of my way. Oh, God
Good
damn
evening,
it.
and good evening.
Not what I wanted.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
My sweet girl. Reads me like...
There we go.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do we have news? I don't think so. I still need
Please,
another hint.
tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital.
I heard Miss Jones call for help from her bedroom. There were some loud noises, like people fighting. All of a sudden, it went quiet. And then a nurse started screaming.
Do you know who the nurse was?
Not sure, but I think it was Nurse Hawkins.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
Good evening.
I'm okay.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I had shouting coming from the first floor. I was asleep when it started.
I have to go now.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion?
It's a disgrace. How on earth can patients be attacked in their own rooms?
Anybody can be, you know.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Bad. Not that with the whole vampire thing, people are, you know, all bad or whatever, but...
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about...
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Goodbye, now.
Oh, he's out there. What up, my friend?
Good evening. Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital?
Oh, goodness me. This whole story is such a shame, sir. I have no idea how it happened.
What are you talking about?
Poor Miss Jones. Her body is missing.
Someone stole it.
What the fuck?
Miss Jones's body has gone missing. Yes. The body was brought here this morning, and now it's gone. Who could have stolen a corpse? That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye.
It never ceases to amaze me how...
This is all way fucked up. Trying to think, I have the people out here to talk to. I'll talk to her last. She probably knows something.
Good evening, mate.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room, and Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone
You're
by
such
now.
an ass,
Besides,
Betty.
you got rid of the old bag.
Goodbye.
I'll just talk to her.
Another night of the glorious...
Oh, Jonathan. I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
What the fuck?
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive
I mean,
me
I did. I
if
did bring him
feel
here.
despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes. It has happened to me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Have you embraced this woman, like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was real big. Yeah, thank you.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Okay.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
Tippets. Get over here.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed,
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion?
it's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us
Fucking
with their
light
care.
is so
Do you
weird.
think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
Look at him.
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. but we should have noticed his instability.
He seemed fine.
Goodbye, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
What can you tell me about...
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found
Okay.
myself a nice blade, Doc. I'm ready.
I'll leave you for now, Mr.
Oh, and this guy down here has probably been more scared and he doesn't want to go to the doctor. Wait, where is he? Where can I spy on them? Usually it gives me a spot where I can watch. Oh, it's over here.
Sometimes you act like a real jerk, you know that?
Come on, Ozzy, don't be like that.
What, like what? Like someone who felt betrayed by the man he loves? Did you ever even try to find me? Rescue me?
No, it's not like that. I wanted to. I was so afraid to leave the hospital, not to be seen with you.
We survived this shit together. That's all that matters. I know you did your best.
He's kissing with his eyes open. Oh, no.
Fuck the wall, right? And fuck them all.
Fuck the wall. Fuck them all.
It's locked, all right.
Let me in. Eh. No. You fucking what? Let me in. That is so not okay. You kiss with your eyes open.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about your...
I love him. I'm not
Oops.
ashamed to say it. He's the
I
best
mean to
thing
skip
that ever
that.
happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Goodbye, Miss...
Where'd the other guy go? He's up there.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald.
Your eyes are being really
We
weird
knew we
right
wouldn't
now.
survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
Oh
People
God,
find
that's
out.
horrifying. His eyes.
Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, never thought I'd love a man.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
Goodbye. Alright. Yep, the docks. across. How the fuck do I get over there? Okay, I'm going the right way. Someone stole her fucking body. That's
It
so
seems
weird.
the Freewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more
16,
careful.
17?
Fear no evil. We do the Lord's work here.
Okay. Look at the other guy, please. Use a resistance to the... Whoop. Eh. Uh-oh. Gosh, diggity darn it. Yeah, come on. Come deal with me. I hear things being attacked.
Fear no evil. We do the Lord's work here.
Too bad I can't do that again. It takes over a minute for it to come back. Oops, I meant to do that. Look at that, and now I got a minute. I got a minute to wait before I can attack from above. And then I'm just gonna drop down and beat that guy to shit. Fuck, I hate waiting. I'm just gonna attack. Don't burn me. That is so mean.
Stay back, please.
Oh god. Oh, it took away my my stamina. Wow, he booped me. But he boops hard. Is that the way I'm supposed to go? Sorry, I have to do stuck. Okay, it looks like there's another way around. If this is... no, that's not the way around.
Sorry, sir. No, it means.
Okay, I meant to attack this guy, but that's okay too. Yummy. Delicious blood. I have killed so many of their people. Like, I feel like there should be an official warning about me. They'd be like, by the way... there's a crazy fucking guy out here. I guess this is why I don't need to fucking drink off of anybody, because I kill them all. All these guys, that is. So I don't have to drink from any good guys. Really? I thought you were gonna go around the corner. Come on. cross that bridge. Come on. He's too far. That guy shoots fire. I don't like that. Ow, that guy shot me. I'm on fire. Also, I did not need to do that. Stop it! Ow! How did you hear me doing that? This one's a what? Oh, who's doing that shit? I hate that. Stop it.
Get a taste of this!
I picked that up. I did, okay. Booth. He is resistance to this, but this guy doesn't. It says resisted, but oh, what the actual fuck? Where did you come from? You goddamn asshole. Oh, no, 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 no. I hate these guys. I hate all skulls. Gonna do them all a big murder. Man, I thought they might actually be somebody, but they're not. Have you seen...
You again. Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Booth. Sid asked Tom.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the
Not a
work
drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back,
Can I
and
talk
hunting
to
all these
you?
poor folk, he needs to catch him.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story.
Good evening.
Hello again.
I'm looking for
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye, Miss Cobb.
Man, you are a cock.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter?
Yeah, wow.
Really?
I know what you're
Amazing.
thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the doors?
I'm a doctor.
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Really?
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
So silly.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Wow, you're so cool.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts.
Yeah, I know.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Is that funny? Because I don't think that's funny.
Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
Oh, my eyebrow itches.
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. It would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum?
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Watt.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
Alright, it was saving. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out and go to bed. I wanted to go to bed like an hour ago. I have to work tomorrow, and I have to work 18 hours, so... So it's my husband's birthday tomorrow, so we're gonna go see a movie, and then I need to sleep before work, because I don't start working until about 11:30 at night, but then I'm there for 18 hours, so I need to rest. This is great, but it's getting really interesting. Like, it was interesting before, and it's getting really interesting, but I also have to pee really bad, so I'll probably be back. Not Sunday. Well, maybe Sunday night. I get home at 5:30. And then I need to sleep. So probably not Sunday night. And then I work Monday, I work Tuesday. Might have Wednesday that I'll stream. Yes, it looks like I'm off Wednesday. So maybe that'll be a good time, unless I get time to stream during the day. Because I do that occasionally, but very occasionally. Alright, I will talk to y'all later. Good night, everybody.